Hi again, today I've got the Glitcher Origin, an origin that I covered almost a year ago now. This is kind of more of a newer version with a bit more different changes added into it as well as a new ability. This origin is created by the Discord user known as 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼, and you can find it by searching Glitcher in the data pack section of the Origins Discord server. Glitcher Origin, this is a 2 impact origin, aka a medium impact origin, a classic human but with glitch effects. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼.exe, your health is glitched and doesn't naturally regenerate. So this is a pretty simple one when it comes down to it. Effectively speaking, your health will not naturally regenerate. So you take any form of damage in any way, shape or form, your health will not naturally regen said damage that you just took. For example, if we go over here to our little bit of a sand pile over here and we just choke ourselves for a little bit, as you can see I'm taking a bit of damage here. We'll go about 3.5 heart. As we come out, we stop taking damage, but our hunger and saturation isn't moving and our health isn't increasing back up to normal. Glitch skin. Your skin looks a bit weird with a slight red color. Now this is effectively just a simple tinge on your skin. This is my default skin as you would have seen in several different thumbnails and videos I created, and it's got a bit of a red hue across the actual skin as well. And then another little additional thing is that the skin is slightly transparent. If we shrink our FOV for a little bit here, you can see that you can barely just see the background of the lands and all that is behind me, as there's a very minimal transparency towards your skin. And at the same time, you've got these beautiful little sparkly effects coming off of you at the same time. I'm pretty sure these are either the sharpness particles that come out whenever you hit a mob with sharpness, or maybe Bane of Arthropods. I don't know precisely, but I know these are the particle effects that come out whenever you hit a mob with an enchanted sword that does extra damage via that enchantment. Stuck at 90%. Your health doesn't load correctly and therefore you're stuck at 9 HP, 9 hearts. Basically, instead of having your typical 20 HP or 10 hearts, you now have only 9 hearts or 18 HP. This really only takes away 2 of your hit points, and it's not too drastic of a disadvantage. It just makes that lack of natural regeneration just hurts a lot more when it comes down to it. Laggy moves. Due to you being super unstable, you are slightly faster. Now this is one of the first big advantages, and if you've ever played online in any form of video games, whether it be in your favorite Hypixel Bed Wars lobby or any type of online game multiplayer in any form of circumstance, if we go to creative mode here, we grab ourselves out of sword. Let's just do a little bit of acting here, hey? So have you ever been in that situation where you're chasing this guy on Hypixel and you're running after him in Skywars, you're just chasing him with your sword, and suddenly he stops moving. You go up there, you hit him, but he don't die. And then suddenly, he's way over there. Effectively speaking, that's just what happens when someone has a low ping. So in order to give that similar effect, you've got some extreme speed bonuses as your origin, meaning you can move a lot faster. One thing to keep in mind here though, is that this is a good advantage as well as a disadvantage at the same time. The sheer speed, you may forget that you have the sheer speed and you may accidentally run right into a hole and die from that. I've done it on several times in my 100-day series of this origin, which I will have on the end screen. So it's definitely very possible to accidentally kill yourself with this speed. Shield is worse than Firewall. You're unable to use shields. I mean, let's be real here. One of the easiest way to make the game just a slight bit more difficult is remove your ability to block any form of, well, attacks whatsoever. Effectively speaking, removing the usability of a shield. Now, I know a lot of players out there don't ever use shields. Personally, I don't tend to use them as much. Sometimes in my hardcore worlds, I will, especially in the early game, but at a certain point, I just stop using them. I like using my offhand for other things, but for those of you who like using shields, this will remove it. And this was another thing that was majorly commented upon in the last video, the lack of shields when you already have the lack of natural regeneration, etc, etc. Like piling these big disadvantages, like you've already don't heal normally, and now you can't even block attacks that come at you. It does make that lack of healing hurt just so much more. Virus defense, you have natural protection, but on the plus side, you may have noticed that I've got 5 armor points in my bar. I'm not wearing any armor. This is just your natural bonus defense, and that also means that if we get some iron armor here, let's just get like a full set of chainmail and a full set of iron armor here. We mix and match here. So chainmail, say an iron chest plate and a chainmail pants is enough to get full armor. 9745_leg.exe, you don't take damage from falling. But effectively, fall damage, what's that? You don't need to worry about that anymore. That's not your problem to worry about. Fall damage is completely gone. Now this is one of those little nice effects that are added in because as I said before, you move a lot faster, so you're far more likely to fall into certain holes. This whole falling debuff means that you won't have to worry about falling into a majority of holes. You might fall into a lava one, and that will still do a lot of damage. Immune. You're immune to weakness, poison, wither, and sadly for you, fire resistance. So with this origin, you're going to be immune to a lot of debuffs. Probably the core ones you're going to come across a lot. But the other debuffs, for example, with our little pufferfish boy over here, we only take actual damage from him. We don't get any form of poisons debuff on top of it. Backup reload. Using your primary key, you can glitch some of your health back into existence. Now, this is the last piece of major criticism that comes with this origin in the original video of it, is the fact that your one core piece of healing you get in place of your removal of natural regen is this. 3 hearts of healing that you can activate, I think roughly around every 10 to 15 seconds I can gather, maybe 30. I'm not 100% sure on that one. It's a very short cooldown. It's not massive, but it definitely can lead to some potential issues if you're in the middle of the fight because it won't heal you too much. Wrong place. You can reach further because the program thinks that you're closer. So, we know how reach is, right? You know how typical Minecraft reach is, how it's pretty crap. If you want to ever build to anything of this height, you're kind of gonna, anything of this height, you're gonna have to scaffold your way up. And now what you've already noticed, you don't have to do that with this origin. You can go up to 6 blocks away from your head position and you can place blocks. FPS drops. You take more damage from fire. Now when it comes to fire normally, you typically have a few ticks where it won't effectively hit you with damage, and then from that point onwards it becomes half a heart of damage. Now as you can see here, immediate 1 heart the moment I touch the fire. Like, look at that. We sit in it for too long. We start taking a massive amount of damage that will kill us. And the new ability, lag back. Using your secondary key, you can save your current location. After 10 seconds, you will be teleported back. This is going to be an ability that may save you in situations where let's say, you're in the Nether, you're walking across a bridge. You'll mine your way through. Basically, what I would recommend you do is you press Y and you just keep mining. You keep mining away, and then you fall into a little hole here. Now, you may or may not live depending on your luck here, but let's say you fall into the lava, there we are now, and boom. You teleported back. Get ourselves night vision here. Go back to survival mode. We press Y. We will go. So you can see, we're just gonna mine away. And oh no, we fell into the hole, and we've just teleported back as we fell in. Like, you can effectively go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 blocks of leeway, and then you can fall directly into a hole, and you will be immediately teleported back to your point here. This ability is ultimately really game changing when it came to this origin, because without it, it's so easy to just fall into a hole if you're not paying enough attention here. Anyway, now the fun part of this video, we're going to take ourselves to an ancient city and 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. That's 1. That's 3. Oh no, that was 4. Okie dokie. That's our warty boy. So how will you treat this origin? Sometimes he takes like a few he takes a lot to pick up on you. Sometimes he can get you immediately. Bro, go away. He definitely can track you. It's very weird. I love the air of this guy. Oh shit. He's gonna get me now. I'm in a corner. Oh, yep, there we are. Oh my god. Can you just end it already? I know you know where I am. There's his growl. And there it is. Oh, the warden is something cool. Genuinely.